Good morning to all.
Good morning.
Very good morning.
As yesterday they uploaded the recording, Star Agile people.
No,
I
I
haven't
haven't
found in
checked
the
that yet.
folder. I haven't found in the folder. Can someone check and confirm, please?
No, they haven't uploaded the recording. I checked. I checked thrice
Yeah,
yesterday.
yeah, they haven't. I have some doubt. I haven't checking, but no, they haven't uploaded. Yeah.
Sorry.
Hi all.
Hello.
Hello.
All of you please turn on your videos. Any questions before we start? Hi all, please turn on your videos, all of you.
Good morning, Visha.
Good morning.
Yeah. I think yesterday's recording was not uploaded in the drive.
Oh, not uploaded. I'm not sure. You post on the group itself, okay, these things, because I don't have an access to those. You have to tell in the group. At Star Agile, someone you tagged.
Mhm.
Okay. Shall we start? Where did we stop previously? Oh, stakeholder engagement, correct?
73 slide matrix.
Engage stakeholders.
Yeah. Okay, all of you, please turn on your videos, everyone. More people. Any good news? Any new application? Any application news?
Scheduled for 14.
Scheduled for 14th. Okay. Yeah.
14th May.
Okay. 1 minute.
Good morning, everyone.
Yeah. Good morning, all of you.
Good morning.
Please, guys, all of you, please turn on your videos quickly, quick. Okay. So yesterday we stopped at this slide. If you remember, I told you we are talking about stakeholder engagement. Okay. Stakeholders means, just a recap, guys. Please listen. Please be in the video. Stakeholder means what? Anyone who is getting affected by the project or can affect our project. That is what I told you. So when you look at that perspective, auditors can be our stakeholders, team members can be our stakeholders, then customers, clients, government people can be our stakeholders, including myself as a stakeholder, my family members as a stakeholder. This is the way in which you should think of the term stakeholder. And at least not everyone we can put in this table, but at least the key stakeholders, what we are doing, we are just checking their current level of engagement. When I talk to them, what do they feel? Are they resistant? Are they unaware? Are they neutral? Are they supporting or leading? like that. Okay. So as a project manager, I prefer people to fall in the neutral supportive leading. I'm not adamant that always it should be supportive. Neutral is also, I'm happy. Sometimes being neutral also, I'm happy. Okay. So that's what we finished yesterday. And I told about this. Okay. The CEO. Okay. The CEO is currently neutral. Why can't him be supportive? That's it, my question. Is there any way you can put some fancy metrics which attracts the CEO more in your upcoming project review meetings? Are you getting it? In your upcoming project review meetings, why don't you include some metrics which is fascinating for the CEO? So you will see that he's more participating. Otherwise, it's like, okay, I know some project he's doing, like that a feeling will come. Okay, everyone? Got it? Now, yesterday, when I stopped, I remember I told you, users of the new system or anywhere where there is a change. Okay? Initially, when you tell the people will be resistant. It is psychological. Okay, everyone is in their comfort zone. Okay, so to break their comfort zone is the difficult thing. I appreciated you people. How did I start my session? Do you know? When I started our session, I appreciate you people from getting out of your comfort zone, because this is not your routine. Correct? For this 4 weeks, you're ready to compromise your routine. Otherwise, you'll be doing something else in this time, whatever be your time zone. But you could get out of the comfort zone and attend this session. Okay, so you could break that resistance. It should be appreciated. Okay, but always it is not the case. Okay, so what we have to do as project managers, we have to evaluate who all are resistant and then come up with some trick to make sure that they are supportive over a period of time. What is that some trick? That depends on you people. That's why I told you this is a topic which is highly personalized. The way I am giving examples will be different from the way someone else gives examples. Okay, if they are giving. Okay, so if I tell this is not some theoretical thing. Okay, big projects where there are huge audience, huge end users, then a huge number of team members are there, when there is a lot of regulations and all there. Okay, we do take this document seriously. Okay, why I'm telling is because in one of my projects, okay, my company, we have used this tool. Okay, I'll tell you what was that project. Okay, that project was, I started my career in a manufacturing company. Okay, I told, right, the name of the company was Ingersoll Rand. So there we used a software called as MFG Pro. It's a traditional software which they were using when I joined. No, they were using for the last 10 years. They were using that software. Okay, now this MFG Pro is going to be replaced by Oracle ERP. So this is the project. Okay, it's a 16-month transformation project. 16 months. Okay, so this decision has been made. Okay, my dear friends, that what is the decision? We are going to transform from MFG Pro to Oracle ERP. Who made it? Senior management people. Okay, now once they put this project into execution, what is the first thing they did? I was also part of this project. First thing which was done is we launched a survey. Okay, asking the people. It's a pulse survey. Okay, so we had all the folks from India. Okay, we had sent a survey to them. Almost 2,000 people were there. Okay, so this 2,000 people, when we sent a survey, you know what was the response initially? Like I told you, who loves changes? 80% of the people were telling that, no, we don't want this migration. We are already totally comfortable with this MFG Pro. Like that they said. Are you getting the point, guys? They were totally comfortable with this MFG Pro. Okay, but what to do? This is a directive from the CEO. I have to do it. Correct? I cannot tell no. Okay, so what we started doing is, we started doing some campaigns to attract people for this transformation. Okay, so some examples if I tell, one campaign was, we introduced Amazon gift vouchers. For what, how is the training successful? Only when you, how is the transformation successful? Only when you undergo training. Okay, we are talking about Oracle transformation. So the transformation will be successful only when people undergo training. Okay, so the first thing what we attacked is making sure that people are getting themselves trained. They are going through a training module. Okay, simply creating a training module is not enough. We have to lure the people. Okay, so what we did, we introduced Amazon gift vouchers. Whoever from every region, whoever from every department who is completing the training first, they are eligible for a gift voucher. Like that. Okay. $100, $200, like that and all. Okay. So what happened? We saw a traction there. Okay. A lot of people started registering for the training and they tried to complete. But what I want to tell is that a lot of people is not actually a lot of people. You got my point? These are the people who are relatively coming first for any cultural program. These are the people who will be there always in the cafeteria. Are you getting the essence what I'm trying to bring in? These are the people who will always be there in every meeting and they pass on some comment or other. Okay? I'm not hurting the sentiments of anyone. What I'm telling is every organization, if you go, if there are 1,000 people, if you apply Pareto, only some 400 is contributed. That is why when some layoff happens, no, easily they can fire. From 1,000, we can easily fire 600 people because 80-20 applies everywhere. Okay, 40% of the people, they may be doing almost 70% of the work. I'm not always telling that Pareto. 40% of the people will be doing almost 70% of the work. So the remaining 60 is just like that. Okay, so what happened when we launched this Oracle ERP training campaign? All those people who are relatively very free and ready to do anything because they are relatively having less work, those people completed the training. Okay, so what I'm telling is that was not our mission. Our mission is the top performers should undergo the transformation. Okay, so the first thing I would say it was not successful. What is that Amazon campaign? Second, what we did, we started advocating to the functional heads. Each and every department has got a head, no? We started telling to the head that, sir, if your department is completing the training first, your entire department, okay, then your next team outing is on us. Like that. Your next team outing is on us. Something like that, okay? So what happened? This was also not much successful. I will tell you why. Because the departments which are having a smaller headcount, they could achieve this goal easily. Let's say you are heading a department, you have got 10 people. Another department is there, the head has got 75 people. So getting this training done by 75 people will be tough, but getting it done by 10 people will be easy. Is that clear? So this also was not successful because only smaller departments got benefited from this. Okay, dear friends. Now, the third thing I'm going to tell, that was the game changer. Okay, the third thing. What are the third thing, you know? We started getting some negative emails. Listen to what I'm telling. We started getting some negative feedbacks from some of the users. Okay, telling that Vishak, this is not picking up data from this database. That's why the data is coming wrong. Can we have it pick up data from another database? Like that. This system is not reflecting that. The data which is present here is 48 hours old data. We want live data. Like that and all, we started getting some emails. Okay. But what happened, you know, we all were really happy when we started getting some negative emails, frustrating emails. Why?
Because it's involvement. There's no bad publicity, right? So there's no bad engagement, right? They're engaged, so that's good.
Exactly. See, that's exactly the point. See, we are requesting people, guys, please use this new software. Please shift to Oracle ERP. And then we have been campaigning. Please undergo training. But what happened? Some people, they underwent training and they started using. So what happened? We shared our workload and then 3-4 people, we set up some calls with this 4 to 5 people who are having concerns. When we set up the call, you know, we could hear from them that they have literally sincerely tried to use this new software. And in between, they were telling a lot of good things also about this Oracle ERP. Okay. So what we did, we told them assurance that, okay, give us 1 week time. We'll make sure that we are doing the corrections, whatever you are suggesting. Fantastic feedback. Thank you so much for telling this. Like that, we encourage them. In between, what they also told, no, they told some positive things, naturally. Okay, they told some positive things. Okay, this feature in this Oracle ERP is very good. Earlier, I used to take 2 hours to pull out some data. Now it is just happening in 8 minutes. Earlier, I used to put a query the previous night. I will get the report only the next day morning. Now I'm getting the report in 2 hours. Like that and all, they casually said, are you getting that point? It was not a cooked up testimony. They casually said this, that without any editing, without any retake, we ask our team to slightly cut the unwanted portions and put it in our internal social media. Okay, this worked, guys. When you tell people, I will give you this, you complete the training, people won't do. People should have that faith from someone. People should feel that they are left out. This really worked, I should tell. So what happened? A lot of people, after seeing what I did, no, what our team did, we did this natural testimonies, no, that we uploaded in our social media. So when our people went through all those, we started getting more and more training requests. When is the next training in my city? When can I access the virtual training? Like that, a lot of inquiries started coming. So I should tell you honestly, whatever we used to go and beg early, now people are asking us, when is the next training? Okay. So what was the role played by this first few people? They were the innovators in the product adoption curve. I'm not sure if you guys have started going through the Simon Sinek Golden Circle, if you got a time. In his video, he has told about this, correct? No? Innovation, positive diffusion, okay? Diffusion of positive innovation. He has spoken about it, okay? So this is what literally happened, okay? So people were asking because these guys told something and it was a very natural feedback and people started asking for the training request, okay? So what I should tell you, initially 80% of the people were frustrated with this migration. Okay. Now what happened? After some 8 months of this, see, I was not part of the technical part of the project. I was part of the people engagement. I was part of the ensuring that the people are undergoing training, that part. Okay. So after some 8 months, when we did the survey, 80% were initially frustrated. Okay. After some 8 months, when we did the survey again, only 20% of the people were unwilling. Still unwilling. Okay. Now, if you ask me, can I do something with this 20%? Do I need to do something with the 20%? My answer is no. They are the so-called as laggards. Okay. They can't do, nothing will lure them, guys. Okay. Actually, I spoke to a handful of them. They are very, very adamant and very, very comfortable in their existing world. Nothing can break that confidence. Okay. And one more thing, they are having some little bit of ego and complex and fear of miss out. You know why? Because they are the people who were there in the organization for the last 15 years. Now, when we tell that there is a new software going to come, they feel insecure. Are you getting that feeling? Oh my God, should I learn this new software along with this new joined people who joined us in last year? Oh my God, I cannot imagine that. That is what is going through their mind. They didn't admit it, but that's what is going through their mind. Because they know in and out about this software. Which one? The old one. They're so expert. Now, when this new thing comes, no, they will be as inexperienced as the other new people. Are you getting that point? That fear of miss out. They don't want to be, what do you say? Oh my God, now, okay, should I learn this? Like that, okay? So that is the reason they were still protesting. Okay, but like I told, no, we cannot make everyone happy. Better we have to sell ice creams. Okay.
Sometimes you
Now
have non-transformational people, no matter how you try.
Exactly. Whatever you do, they are not ready for a transformation. Non-transformational people. Very correct. And lastly, did you see here internal audit? I think yesterday Ashish spoke about it. See, internal audit, I just want them to be neutral. Did you see here? C and D are in the same bucket. Beyond that, if I hope no, then it is selfishness. Let auditors be neutral. Simple. Okay, everyone. And did you see here external auditor currently unaware? Desire is to make that person neutral. Some way, maybe sending out a newsletter or sending out an agenda of the audit purpose or whatever, telling about our project, something like that, so that you create an awareness in the external auditor. Clear? So this is what is the stakeholder engagement assessment metrics. You can do it at any point of time. Please, once in a, let's say a 2-year project you are doing. Once in a month, you open this and see. How is this person? How is that person? Like that. It's highly emotional. It's not a data-driven topic. What you feel, you can put it. Makes sense? Yeah, Sri Harsha.
Yes, Vishali. Is there any questions regarding these, 20% laggers in the PMP exam? Like what I have seen, gone through your sheet videos where the people comes, as a project manager, we need to handle the people. So is there any questions that
No,
you
no,
came
no.
across?
No, no. This I just told. Okay, this is not there in the PMP. These all are my additions. Okay, the first, what is the earlier people were protesting like that and all. These all from the experiences. It's nothing like that. What I felt. Okay, what I felt is the transformation was successful. Lastly, 80% we were happy, but we couldn't do anything. We just ignored the remaining 20% because we can't do anything. Let them have work through MFG Pro only. Probably they will retire in next. I told you they're very senior people. They will retire in maybe 3-4 years or something like that. There is nothing like questions and all. But we have to work out. Okay, think. No questions for the PMP. How can we minimize that laggards? We have to think. What else? Stanley.
Yeah, C stands for current, right? And what did D stand for again? Desired?
Desire. Exactly. What I
Okay.
wish. Desire. C stands for current. D stands for desire.
And
So
this
your end state should be D. That's what you're aiming for.
Yeah, yeah. Your aim should be making sure that people are either in the neutral, supportive, or
Correct.
leading over a period of time. So your D will be only in this three.
this matrix is made from PM's perspective.
PM. At least in my cases. But if you are having a bigger team, no, you are a very big person, you can have a people manager. Sometimes in huge change projects, what happens? There is a change manager, not the change request, which you are going to see later. Not that. Okay. What I'm telling is change manager. They talk to people, pacify them. Okay, don't worry about the change. Okay, changes are inevitable, like that and all. They talk to people. Okay, like what sort of influences. Okay, so like that also there are road. Okay, so they will give the feedback. Oh, this region the people are happy. Think really big. Okay, a whole nation you're trying to make some changes like that. So that campaigning is needed. So it can be anyone, but I would say now you think it as a project manager. Is the one. Okay. Can we move further, guys? Everyone. C for current, D for desired. Now the next one, guys, what you see on the screen is the famous power interest grid. What is it called as? Power interest grid. So this power interest grid is used for stakeholder mapping. Okay. Power interest grid is used for stakeholder mapping. What happens here, I will just zoom the screen. Note down this, guys. Stakeholder mapping. We are putting different names. Okay. Like each one of you guys are here. I'm putting, okay. Navdeep's name where I should put out of ABCD. Harish name where I should put. Ajay's name where I should put. Like that I'm thinking out of this 4 quadrants. Okay. Now, if I zoom this, you can see 4 kinds of stakeholders here. Okay. Now you tell me out of this 4, which is the most difficult kind of stakeholder to deal with?
G.
A. D, manage closely.
B.
It's A.
It's B.
C.
Low on interest.
Look at the axis, guys, and then decide.
A.
C. The correct
A.
answer is A, because high power, low interest. Did you see the way the axis is designed? High power, low interest. Okay. So these kind of people, what we have to do, you have to keep them satisfied. High power, low interest. No other option you have. Okay. Are you getting what I'm trying to tell? You have to keep them satisfied always. A small thing, they will make it a big issue. Or they will tell it honestly. I don't want to tell a big issue. They will tell it honestly. No, this is not acceptable. They're very straightforward. Like that you think. Again, this slide is totally my personalized examples. Okay. You can tell your own perspectives. Okay. So keep satisfied means what comes to my mind, I told, right, auditors. Auditors, I would love to put in this category. Okay. Why? Because these auditors, they are they don't have a special affinity towards Vishak. Okay. Whatever they observed in the project, they will put it as a deviation note. this is what is a deviation observed, full stop. Like that they will put. So that is what is this A category, guys. Okay. You have to keep them satisfied. Now, what do you mean by keep them satisfied? If you know that the auditors are going to be in the project from August, today we are in April. No? Now itself you reach out to them. Sir, what are the expectations you are having? It's not that you're trying to hide something from the auditors. Be yourself prepared. What sort of data are you looking for? Can you give me a checklist so that I can be prepared? Very, very logical. You can tell that. So that's the way in which you can keep them satisfied. Next one is adamant
Vishak,
clients, guys.
The top
What is that? Go
management
ahead.
also comes under in A or
See, as per my opinion, I would prefer top management in B. I will tell you why. Okay, hold on. Okay, it is subjective. Okay, Vidyadhar, there is no rigidity here. My feeling. Okay, if you feel A, you can put. But what I feel is B. I will tell you why. It's not B, C, not C, D. Hold on. Okay. Now, what I was saying is adamant clients. Adamant clients can also be put in A category because they are very, very particular. Whatever you do, they are having a lack of happiness, something like that. Okay, that is what is this A category guys. Okay. So make them happy, keep them satisfied. I'm sure you cannot make them happy, but keep them at least satisfied. Whatever is their expectations, you try to fulfill to the best extent. Otherwise, it can be a big problem.
Even the
Okay.
quality team can come under A, right?
That's why auditors, when I tell no, what I meant is quality team also. Very good point. Okay. I will write that here. Okay. Quality assurance people also can come in this. Okay. Now, dear friends, look at this. D category. What is the D category telling? The D category is manage closely. Okay. Why? Because they are having high power and high interest also. At this time, when I talk to you people, they have a high interest. High power, high interest. So they are like small babies. This is what I tell. Now they are not crying. But after some time, they may start crying if you don't give attention to them. You got my psychology? So I would write here senior leadership team. Normal. Okay, that's what when Vidyadhar told. No, I would prefer to put senior leadership team here. Why? Because the senior leadership team people, when I present the gate reviews, do you remember, guys? I finished the session of gate reviews. This every phase ends with a gate. Like that, I finished this session. Correct. So when I finish my gate reviews, you know what exactly happens? Every phase ends with a gate. Hope you people remember. Okay. So in the gate review, literally who is standing in the gate like a security people? It is the senior leadership team. Okay. And then PM plus team is there on the other side. PM plus project manager. Project manager plus team is on the other side. Okay. So we present what was the progress of the team so far in the previous phase. See here, we present what was the progress of the team in the previous phase. If they are happy with the presentation is not literally the presentation. If they're happy with the metrics, what we have shown, then only they will allow us to the next phase. Okay. So what I have noticed is to make sure that this gate review is happening smoothly. Okay. One cheap trick I applied. Sorry, I'm not misguiding you people. I'm telling you some cheap trick which I applied. What is a trick, you know? I know that, okay, for this gate review, see here, out of the senior leadership team, out of, let's say, 7 people, one person, okay, see here, one person is also wanting this gate review to happen smoothly. How will I tell that? I will tell like, see here in my WBS, when I checked, okay, this phase has got 250 deliverables. Just imagine the previous phase has got 250 deliverables. Out of this 250, almost 160 are related to engineering. Are you getting that sense, math sense? Out of 250, almost 160. It's not a major number, but at least more than half is engineering related deliverables. So what I will do, I will set up a one-to-one meeting with the head of engineering when, let's say 1 week before the actual gate review. You got my point? Let's say 1 week before the actual gate review, I will set up a meeting with this head of engineering. And I'm sure when I send a meeting request, he will accept it. Are you getting? Wherever you have a chance of accepting, there only you should send. Otherwise, he will ask, why is my participation in the actual gate review not enough? Like that, if he asks, no, then it becomes very embarrassing for us. Are you getting the psychology? Okay. It's like we are trying to make them attract towards us. So we need to make sure that we are pitching it to the right audience. Okay. So if I am sending it to the head of engineering, I'm damn sure that he will also be keen to understand what's the progress. So don't trouble them too much. A 10 minutes meeting, a cute, crisp 10 minutes meeting I will set up. In that meeting, I will walk him through the complete presentation. Okay. And once presentation is done, he will give his input, suggestions and all. Okay, guys. Now, fast forward, guys. I told you this meeting happened 1 week before. Now, on the actual day of gate review, how it happens, I will be telling, this is my presentation. These are the deliverables of the gate. Once my presentation is over, I will tell, can I have an approval from the departmental heads, please? Like that I will ask. Okay. When I ask that question, listen, guys, the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 seconds is very, very crucial.
The first person to approve is.
Exactly. The first person, I have made him to say yes quickly, even without his knowledge. That is what I want to tell. The head of engineering with whom I had a conversation, so he has almost a feeling of, oh yeah, all those. Okay, familiarity is already there for him. So he will obviously tell, yes, approved from engineering side like that. That I said, no, that 5 seconds time is very, very important. I've seen, guys, this is based on solid research. If I don't do that, no, one guy, sorry to make fun of someone, okay, not to offend anyone. In every gate review, we invite the general public, means not only senior leaders, we invite some other crowd also. Are you getting that point? Let's say lead architect, technical architect, some technical leaders, because we have a committee for the gate review. Okay, some 30, 40 people will be there. Okay, so one guy is enough, guys. He will just show off. Can you go back to slide number 20? I have a question there. Gone. The gate review is getting diluted. Are you getting? The moment one person asks to go back to one slide, 2, 3 people will also start telling. And senior leaders will have a concern. Are we missing something like that? Gone. So when I tried this, I've seen that my gate reviews are very, very successful. Because first the head of engineering will tell, yes, approved from engineering. Then, like a firecracker, I have seen the next people. Let's say finance will tell approved from finance. CFO will tell approved from finance. Okay. Then operations will tell, okay, approved from head of operations will tell approved from operations, like that. Okay. So it happens naturally. Okay. So that timing is very, very important. And whom you should hit. I should use that word only. Okay. Whom you should hit early. Okay. Otherwise, if you hit the wrong person, it can become a compliance issue. So we have to hit the right person at the right time and make him talk for us. Okay. And these leaders have a bandwagon problem, bandwagon. When one leader says yes, usually other leaders also will say yes. When one leader tells no first, gone. Others will also start pointing out something. Okay. This is what I want to tell about this D category, guys. My experience, personal. It can vary, guys. When you look at this, maybe you will have a different thought process altogether. Okay. Now what happens? Look at this C category, guys. What is the specialty of the C category, guys? They are
High on interest, but
currently,
low on power.
they are having a high interest and low power. Who are they,
Freshers.
Freshers who are low in your
No,
organizational.
actual users of the system, actual users of the
End
system,
users.
end users.
End users who don't have much
Mid-level
influence. Managers who are below us, okay, in the grade, I should tell that, okay. So my team members and my functional managers who are below me in grade, okay. And sometimes I want to add here retired team members, okay. They are also important. I will tell you why. Because all these people, they just want to be kept posted. Hey, keep me posted. That's all. So what is happening with our project? Like that is a question always. Okay. When I casually see them during the tea break, lunch break and all, they are like, hey, what's happening with our project? Like that. I can see the curiosity in their eyes. So they feel sad when you don't inform them. Simple. They feel sad when you don't inform them. I had many experiences, guys. Okay. There will be a designer who, in my 4-year project, imagine 4-year, one project duration is 4 years. Okay. First 8 months, one designer was working with me. After some 2 years, when I am having a gate review, this guy is coming to me and telling, Vishak, you didn't invite me for the gate review. I was the one who designed that valve of our product 1 year back. You have forgotten all those, like that. So what is that they want? They want that they should be kept informed. Whether they will come or not is secondary, but an invite should go. Okay.
Should you keep
Plus-
these people in optional or should you keep them in the to list?
That also they will feel bad. Okay, if you put in optional. So am I not needed? Like that they will ask. Okay. So it is subjective. Okay, that's what I'm telling. Some people, if you put
But
them
the
in optional
contribution might not be there at that stage of the project, right?
project, but what I'm telling is not the data. I'm talking about the emotions. So they feel left out. If you put in optional, also they will feel sad. Am I not needed? Like that they will tell. So up to you. That's why I'm telling it's not a designation based decision which I take. It's based on an emotions I decide. Okay.
Means
So what I was-
ideally, for the gate review, you will invite the contributors who have, contributed
correct.
badly in the last
No.
phase for which you're taking
Correct.
the gate interview.
Gate review. Correct, correct.
And also the key stakeholders. When I'm saying key stakeholders, let it be the sponsors or whom you have to get the buy-in from or the sign-off from. So too much clutter of involving all these people won't it kind of
That is what is the art I'm telling. No, see, ideally they are not needed. See, there is no right or wrong here. Okay, Ratna says. That's what I'm telling. What is that too much crowd? Everything you have to decide. I told it makes sense if you invite some chief architect who was with us in the early stage, but his participation is not necessary now. But it's good to invite him. See, what is the goal here we are discussing? To keep him informed, to keep him posted. Otherwise, he will feel unhappy. That's it. This is not a plus or minus kind of topic. It's good to involve. That's it. Okay, keep them informed. If you send out an invite, they may not even turn up, but they will have a complaint if you don't send out an invite. That is what I'm trying to tell. Keep them informed. Okay. And then sometimes we send newsletters. Once in a month, a newsletter I will create. In that newsletter broadcast, I will add all these people who are there in the early stage of the project, so that they feel they are updated. Yeah, Vishak is keeping me posted, like that. Okay. No sight, no memory. This is what happens. Okay. If you don't keep them updated, they feel, oh my God, Vishak, we are out of sight, out of mind. Like that, they will give a look. Okay. So keep them informed. Okay. See, just like I will tell you, okay, Ratnasri, why going to corporate world gate review and all? When we invite people for a wedding, some people we invite just for the heck of inviting. They also know that. But if you don't invite them, they will tell, hey, you didn't inform me. That's it. Okay. Here also, see, everywhere the stakeholder engagement and all is pure common sense. Family also, we'll just keep them. Hey, you inform him also. Otherwise, he will tell you didn't ask his advice. Like that. So better keep them informed. That's it. And finally, guys, see here the B category. Okay. What is the B category? Low power, low interest. Okay. Low power and low interest. Now, if you ask me low power, no, Vishak, it should be fine. Like that, you will be thinking. But they have low interest as well. Keep that in mind. Okay. So this one, I still remember my first company boss gave me an advice. Okay. He told this B category kind of people, okay, they are poisonous, even more poisonous than the A category. A category, they are very professional. This B category people, the way they react, the way they respond to a situation, unimaginable. We cannot predict. Okay, this is what he told. And I believe that somewhat he's right. Because I had two bad experiences. Okay, if I tell. One thing is that, okay, so while I was in Ingersoll Rand, my first company, there was this, it's an MNC where people from different factories are there, okay. So while I was preparing for a gate review presentation, let's say today I'm preparing a presentation, tomorrow is a gate review, okay. So while I'm working on the slides, an email came. See, our problem is we are having huge distraction, okay. So in Outlook, the pop-up comes on the right side, okay. I have set it like that. Okay. So when I saw an email, okay, I clicked on it. Okay. That email was from an associate business analyst, not to offend anyone, an associate business analyst who was based out of Europe. That email was like, hey, Vishak, hope you are doing good. Hope the weather is good in India. Like that and all. Simply some people will ask all those things. Okay. So, and then they will come to the point. Okay. I'm reaching out to you with regards to this project, some blah, blah. Okay. I was in the gate review preparation tension. stress. Okay. So I clicked on that email. That is one mistake I'm agreeing. But I realized that that email got nothing to do with me. Okay. So I was happy. So I pressed escape and went back to my gate review presentation. Okay. But after some 5 days, this guy sent me a reminder. That too in a bold red color text. Okay. And he has CC'd his boss. I was not knowing, you know what? His boss was the VP for the Europe business, his business head for the whole business, Europe region. Okay. Sometimes it happens, this associate business analysts, they will be working as executive assistants as well. We don't know. See, we just look at the designation, but we don't know what is our internal role. Okay. So this is what happened. Now, even if I respond that, sorry, I'm not the right person for this project, what happens, these leaders, they don't read the emails properly. They just look at this email and what they will conclude, some Vishak from India, he's not respond. His nature is he will not respond to email. My reportee, poor guy, he has to send 2 reminders. Then only he will respond. This is the feeling they will have about their reportees. So he got a good image. I got a bad image. Something which I could have handled in 1 minute. Just I could have reverted back and closed the topic. So these are the low power, low interest guys. Keep them monitored. That's it. Okay. Now, another bad experience is when I was with EY, I think I told you in EY or any consulting companies, timesheet is very, very, very important. Submitting timesheet. Okay. It's a very, very mandatory process. Okay. By every Friday, we have to update in a database how many hours of efforts have gone to different clients in that week. Based on that only, they make a lot of money with us. Okay. I will not get, but they charge heavily. Okay. $70, $100, like that and all, they charge for every person. Okay. So now what happens? This one Friday evening, I forgot to update the timesheet. Okay. So what happens in EY, if you forget to update the timesheet twice, 2 times in your lifetime, in an year. Okay. So the punishment is very, very severe. The punishment is you're not eligible for the next performance appraisal. Gone. Okay. Now that is fine. That is fine actually. Okay. The first one is even more embarrassing. Okay. One time if you miss. Okay. One time if you miss, there is a clerk in the finance department. Okay. Clerk. Okay. Not to offend anyone's designation. Okay. What I'm telling is grade wise, he's very, very below a program manager. He loves this kind of escalations. Okay. So again, his favorite color is red and he loves it to be bold. So what he will do? He will put in red, bold text and write a mail to me. I'm fine with it up to that extent. But what he will do? He will find out if Vishak is here, he will find out who is my boss. That is also I'm fine. Boss 1. The boss 2, the one level above also he will find out from the Outlook. Okay. And one more level, boss 3 also he will try to find out. Okay. And this poor guy at this level, he don't even know who is Vishak. Okay. But after this event, he will come to know. Something. If I ask after 2 months, he will remember, he will not have a good memory about me. Some problematic guy, That's it. The timesheet and all would have faded out from his mind. But what will stay in his mind? Somewhat we have to push this guy. Otherwise, he will not do. That is the feeling they will have. Okay. So this is the thanks to this B category person. But what we can do, again, have a personal rapport with him. What else? Nothing we can do. Okay. Now, what I'm suggesting is I should have known this clerk of finance somehow. I should have catch up with him over tea, coffee, whatever. Okay. And hey, buddy, sorry, I forgot to update the timesheet. Okay. Don't worry, I will do it by midnight. Like that or something, I should have the rapport with him to call him by phone and tell him. Or he should be having the friendship with me so that he will call me up and tell, hey, Vishak, when I checked who all didn't update timesheet, I found out that your name is there. Please do it quickly, bro. Like that he should have that rapport to tell me. It makes a huge difference, guys. So this is where this B category, guys, we have to keep them engaged. Have a touch with them. Even if they are not going to help us in any way, we don't know what can go wrong. Murphy's law, right? What all can possibly go wrong will possibly go wrong. Definitely. In no way you can escape. Okay. Any questions, guys?
My personal experience, Vishak, just sharing it with the group, out of the whole, the heart of the project or the success of the project lies in this slide.
Lies in this?
In this particular slide, means
Yeah.
this
Stakeholder
point.
engagement is a success. See, I also strongly believe you take any projects, we say data, reporting, all those, that all are secondary. How, if you ask what is the skill set of a project manager, I agree. Okay, how you can do reporting, how you can make presentations, all those are fine. But this is the backbone. Otherwise, all projects will fail. Stakeholder engagement is the key. For the PMP also, stakeholder engagement is the key. It's a very emotional topic. I've told it in a personal way, okay, but it may vary. Okay, for you people, it may be a different perspective altogether. Okay, the ABCD, you would position it. Okay, see, Vidyadhar asked, no, can we place senior leadership in the A? So it depends, okay, where you want to place it. It's subjective. Okay, anything else? Just a minute.
You're on mute.
Yeah, I was talking here. Yeah.
Ah.
Okay, so let's continue. This is what is the power interest grid. Okay, guys. So let's move further. And the next one is, guys, it's the project artifacts. Okay. See, project artifacts means, I will tell you guys, any sort of document which we use in our project, any sort of deliverable which we submit, everything we can say as like artifacts, deliverables, etc. It can be a, what is a specification document. Like that when we send, that is also an artifact as long as it is a document. Okay. Which is going to be an input for the next phase, etc. Okay. Now with that mindset, you know what? All these are the important artifacts. Okay. Where we document business case, where there is a change request form is there, lessons learned is there, minutes of meeting is there, project charter is there, gate review decks, then scope baseline, everything are artifacts which are relevant to the project. Okay. Now, one famous artifact which all of you guys in this batch know is traceability metrics, correct? Requirement traceability metrics. All of you know, right? Now, another one is, I don't want to discuss about that. Another famous artifact is the project charter. Okay. Regarding charter, before starting to charter, I want to discuss about another key artifact. Okay. What is that another key artifact, you know? It is the business case. Okay. So the first document which is created related to a project is the business case. The business case addresses the big question of why should we do this project? Got it? Why? Okay. So maybe some substantiating numbers. Okay. Maybe return on investment details. What is a growth plan? Something will be there in the business case. Okay. Once the business case is approved, okay, guys, that's what is important. Approved business case. Okay. Then only a project charter is created. And secondly, a lot of people will submit a lot of business cases. If I draw a funnel concept, okay, so there will be 1,000 business cases, imagine. But not all 1,000 business cases become a project. So the business cases will be filtered based on ROI, based on the alignment with the company goals, etc. And then only, let's say we narrow down to some 150. Only for that 150, project charter will be created. That too, not in a single shot. The projects which are priority, for those, project charter will be created first. The remaining will be created in due course of time. Okay. And one more thing, who does that, guys? Please don't think it's a project manager who does this. No. If you remember in my session, I told you it is the initiator who does this creation of business case, creation of project charter. Clear?
Is it a project sponsor?
Initiator. See, that's what, Ganesh, you are right. Initiator, like that, when I tell a blanket keyword, no, it can be the sponsor, it can be the product manager, it can be a salesperson, it can be a customer experience manager, or it can be the client himself.
Okay.
Okay. Generalize it. Okay. Someone for whom I am doing the project. That is what I would say as the initiator. Okay. Now I told it this much adamantly. Sometimes for the PMP, my dear friends, they will tell the PM is preparing a charter, project manager is preparing a charter. Don't get into panic mode. Oh my God, did I learn something wrong like that and all? There may be cases in which the project manager does that. Okay. But mostly the business case and project charter are created by the initiator. Okay. And once a business case addresses the big question of why and the senior management is impressed, okay, then the project charter, which is addressing the big question of how. How are we going to make this happen? Are you seeing the transition, guys? I strongly believe in this concept, guys. That's why I recommend this Simon Sinek golden circle. Why? Because it starts like this. Okay, why, how, what. Okay, this is applicable, guys, in personal life also. First, you get your why right. Then automatically your mind will start thinking about how should we go about, what steps I should take, actions, actionables, micro level actions I should take will fall in place automatically. Once your why, how, what order is right. This is what I tell in my videos also. If you have heard Simon Sinek golden circle, because I believe in that. Whatever I believe only I'll be able to tell. Many PMP questions, guys, if you ask me, at least 50% of the PMP questions, at least, I will be able to attack with this single mindset. That's why I'm telling, guys, in the quiz section, sometimes you may not understand what this guy is telling, why, how, what, something. I'm not understanding how it is helping in PMP questions. Like that, if you have a feeling, take a screenshot of that question, share it with me during the last day or in the exam prep. I'll be happy to guide you. Because it needs some mindset rewiring. Simply, it is not a step-by-step instruction which I can tell. It is a how kind of transformation. Are you seeing what I'm telling? It's more of a how to use Simon Sinek kind of transformation. It is not something I can put it as 2-3 points and share with GPT. Okay. Anyway, let's get back, guys. What we were talking, project charter. The project charter is a cute 1-page document or maximum 2-page document. Any organization you go. However big your project is, the charter should be a 1-page or a 2-page. And what all there in the charter, guys, please see here. The objectives, the goals, then the high level risk. See, you see here, here there is risk. Okay. Then constraints, assumptions, all these are there in the charter. Okay. I'll tell each of them, guys. High level risk means what? We are not getting into the proper risk management. You guys are done with risk management, no? We are not getting into that level of detail, but at least a high level risk from the initiator makes sense. Secondly, what do you mean by constraints? Some projects, no, when we start itself, we know this project should be finished by 2026 February. This project should be finished within a budget of $2,000. Like that and all, we will have a constraint. So make sure that you put that constraints very, very transparent in the charter itself, so that people don't miss that in the planning stage. Make sense, all of you? Another thing which they should put is assumptions. Seriously, just like I told, no, stakeholder engagement is the important backbone of projects like that. I also want to tell one thing, assumptions, very, very important. How strong is your assumption? How validated is your assumption? How crucial is your assumption for the project? Everything is important. If your assumptions fails, that's when it becomes a risk. Getting it? I think something is not going right. Have you told like that? Something is not going right. That means your assumptions went wrong, correct? Now, oh my God, this is going to be an issue. That means, please listen, guys, the transition I'm telling. First, to make sure that your assumptions are there, super strong. If your assumptions fail, you will have a feeling that some risk is going to happen. And if you ignore this risk also, it will end up in an issue. Okay. Many projects fail because of that only, because their assumptions are not super validated. Okay. So spend some time when you are in the beginning of the project. Is all my assumptions make sense? Like that you have to validate. Okay. You guys are here for PMP. I know you will clear PMP. I don't have a doubt in it. Okay. If there are 60 people listening here, 60 PMPs will be there. But you will have some hopes in your mind. PMP clearing, I'm sure. My assumption is very strong. But some other assumptions you have. You came here for better job opportunity. You came here for internal promotion. Have you validated all those? Have you done your research properly? How is your plan to make the best out of this course PMP? You have to assume, you have to rethink those. Okay, what way are you going to promote it yourselves, etc. Okay, otherwise the result will not come. Okay, it will just stay as a comma PMP next to your move. Okay, all good, guys. So this is the purpose of a project chapter. Cute on-page document. Yeah, Harish,
Yes,
anything?
Yeah, Vishal. Yeah, this project charter doesn't contain budget as per this format. This is the first point. And the
High level. Everything I would
But-
love to add the adjective high level.
But budget is not mentioned here, if I'm not wrong. In this
Budget
project
is?
charter. Not
It's
mentioned
okay.
here
See,
in
that's what,
project charter. Yeah.
Since you asked this, no, I'm telling like that. High level if required. Why it is
If
not
required.
mentioned? You tell me.
Okay.
Why it is not mentioned, Harish? Because after a charter is created, the team, what is a charter? Charter is just a document which is officially announcing so and so people are working in the project. That is a purpose. Okay. Now, if you want to add budget, it is high level. See, I think the next screenshot, it is there. Not there?
I
Not
think
there. Okay.
you'll see the budget more appearing in the business case because
Business
that's the
case?
sales pitch
Business case.
of what your budget is to realize.
Yeah.
See
Yeah,
here,
yeah. Maybe she-
see here, it's here. See project status. Okay, see here. Can you see here? Potential financial budget. Okay, so the numbers, the
Okay.
financial numbers take more role in the business case, like Stanley said. Here also we can have. Did you notice that the high level milestone and high level budget is there? But that can be challenged. Now you people are able to connect the dots, everything. Okay, but that can be challenged. You know, when once the team is in the planning stage, and at the end of the planning stage, we finalize the baseline. You know, right? Scope baseline, cost baseline, schedule baseline. That time, these initial conditions can be challenged. No, I don't think so. This project will get over in 10 months as put in the business case, as put in the project charter. Like that, we can challenge it.
Second point is there is a flexibility for the project manager to update the charter during execution.
Again, optional. See, all my answers is subjective. You will think that I'm very, very, what is it, diplomatic. See, the thing is, if you update it, it is good. But people, do they really care to update it? That is the second question. Because what happens, no? Charter, no, that is something which we prepared in 2024. It's okay. Now we have a lot of relevant other documents. Why should I update? You got the point? Because once the planning stage happens, there will be 10, 15 documents, new documents. So do you really care about the charter? Like that. Okay. So just for example, imagine our session timing gets changed. Okay. Our session gets postponed or something. Okay. Do you expect the original email from Star Agile to get revised again? No. They may inform in the group. That's it. Why do you want the original mail to get revised like that? They will ask. But it's a good practice. Okay. It's a good practice to make that the changes reflect everywhere, including the charter. But people don't do that. Okay.
It means
What else?
project manager have a flexible, what I mean to say, he can do. He will not take the permission from sponsor or something like that.
You will take. See, your question was, should we update the charter? I
Yeah,
said, yes, we need to update. But I didn't tell it is without permission. It is with permission, not with sponsor
Permission.
alone. With the change control board's approval, CCB, that we'll discuss separately. See,
Okay.
can we update is different from can he update without anyone's permission. So he can update, but with the permission of the, that update is only the last step, Harish. See, with the permission of change request, change control board, only a change can be implemented. There starts your thought process. As part of your implementation, relevant document updates will happen. Any questions?
Yeah, but Vishak, so I'd gone through the videos, the question videos. So, I mean, moreover, in the questions I have observed, like we prefer the project charter related option only for why of the project. And I mean, we generally do not go and update the project charter. Is that?
It's okay. That's what I'm telling. No, there are questions in my quiz where the correct answer is the charter should have been updated. So that is what I'm telling. Don't note down anything like only like that. That's the rigidity which I want you to unlearn. Okay. Can be updated. No one is going to scold you. It's a good practice. Okay. And point number 2, project charter is not why. Please see here. Business case is why. Project charter got more of how details. Look at this. Where is why here in this charter? Why is there the business need? But majority of the remaining text is how. Got the point?
Yeah.
What else? Can we move further? And now in between, guys, I just want to focus on one slide. Okay. That is this configuration management. Okay. See, configuration management means what? See, before we move to the next topic, what is the next topic? You know, change management. But before moving to change management, what I want to tell about configuration management is configuration management means what, you know, just working on the documentation. Okay. See, whenever we work in projects, you know, there will be version history. This presentation itself, okay, if you look at the last slide of the presentation, there will be some appendix, which is talking about the revision history. The slide was created, and then this this slide number was modified by this person. This slide was deleted by another person. This slide, instead of this text, it has been replaced with another text. Like that and all, there will be a revision history. So that is what we call as configuration management system, not the change management. Is that clear, everyone? Just cosmetic changes, what all are happening, like that, we need to track it. Otherwise, it will become too much of confusion. People may end up working in the wrong document. Okay. Now, the next is.
Vishak, sorry, before we jump into the next one, I just wanted to get a clarity on the artifacts. Let's say, like, you talk about the project charter, right? So what is the difference between project charter and project canvas? In what are the scenarios project canvas can be utilized? Because we came across project canvas in a couple of our projects recently. So could you please clarify that?
To be very honest, canvas like that a word I haven't heard. Now what happens? You know, these consulting companies, including I was with EY, okay, they will come up with new jargons. Maybe it is more or less canvas is the same as charter. You have to tell. Or which one you are able to connect? Are you able to connect more with the business case or with the charter? Anyway, something related to that from the name.
It connects both business case and both charter.
I'm not sure of it. Okay, it's not an official keyword. That's what I told. No, this consulting companies, they come up with all this fancy jargons. Okay, canvas means I think it resonates more with the business case. It's like the open playground in which I'm going to start. Okay, canvas for painting and all. So it resonates more with the business case. But this keyword I have heard from one case study which I read. Okay, there is a famous person in project management. His name is Antonio. Okay, you can research about him. Okay, so he is the one who introduced this keyword called as project canvas. Okay, but I'm not sure of it. Okay, the PMBOK it's not there.
It's like a whiteboard because it's just a tool.
Whiteboard,
like
yeah. It's a tool.
Because a project charter is a formal document, right?
Exactly.
And I think the canvas is just a whiteboard where you just sort of.
It's just an empty thing. Okay, you start an empty thing. It will have. Yeah. It's just an empty thing where people start populating. There maybe you have to share. Okay, if you are okay. Okay, how does that canvas document looks like? How people start populating in it like that, and maybe we'll get an idea. Okay.
Sure.
Good. So let's move, guys, to the next topic. Next topic is change management. Okay, my dear friends, the first request is the change management topic. When I say, you know, this project changes like that, it is strictly applicable in predictive. Please make a note of it. Agile welcomes changes, but there is no change management required in Agile. Okay, the word manage itself. Okay, sorry to tell, I know many of you guys are manager. It's not a small minority here, but the management word itself is very, very, you know what, managing somehow. Like that, I'm feeling. Okay, so when we have some very troublesome friend, how do you manage this guy? And we will ask, no? That's it. Okay, the word manage itself is not good. That's why I'm telling change management is more applicable in predictive. But in Agile, we do welcome changes. So this change management is strictly applicable in predictive. Have that understanding. Okay, have that opening comment. Okay, now let us get into the details. Okay, what did I tell so far?
Sorry, Vishak. Is it always predictive or mostly?
Yeah. No, change management is only in predictive. Good that you clarified it. Okay. Usually I don't like that extremity, but here I'm telling confidently change management is in predictive only because that process itself is very, very bureaucratic. You will understand. The moment that we put this project, this process in Agile, no, the Agile projects gets slowed down. It becomes slow. So then that means why in predictive we are using? Because we need that perfection. There is nothing right or wrong. What I'm telling is for that perfection only, we will have this change management. It is a little bit dramatic, you know, bureaucratic.
But you still need some body or some authority to, even in Agile, I think, to review and approve these changes.
No,
If there is
what
any
happens
change,
there
so
now?
it will go to the backlog, right?
One minute, guys. Okay, see what happens in Agile, pure Agile, it's not needed. What we are talking about, Stanley, is like a hybrid. Where
Hybrid,
at the
right?
top man, yeah, that's what I
I'm
said. The
yet to
moment you
come,
tell
I'm yet to come across a pure
pure, yeah,
by the book Agile project, because there's just too many stakeholders and too much bureaucracy where somebody wants to be the final authority in any change.
exactly. Okay, I think we have a lot of frustration related to this. Okay, so I could get that. Okay, so you're right. Okay, so what happens? No, see, ultimately you ask this question. No, see, the whole world majority is hybrid. There is nothing like pure Agile, pure predictive. So if you come across, that means they are adopting a good practice of predictive. That's the way of putting it. Okay. Now, coming back to our topic, what is the relevance of this picture here? I told this much time. What did I tell? Predictive only, change management is applicable. Now you tell me what is the relevance of this picture? I want to hear interpretation.
A butterfly goes through a metamorphosis. There is a definite change that happens in a butterfly.
Yeah,
It goes through metamorphosis, a process
exactly.
of.
Very correct. Okay. So
From
butterfly
caterpillar
is
to butterfly.
exactly okay. So there is a phenomenon where it's a caterpillar, and then it goes in between. There is a stage. No one told it.
Pupa.
Cocoon. Okay, correct. And then it becomes a adult butterfly. Okay. So what is the beauty of this? This butterfly, when it undergoes transformation, every stage is a new phase for it. Beautiful, no? We get older over a period of time, but that's not the case with butterflies. Okay, they become fresh every stage. Caterpillar is one fresh stage. Cocoon is another one stage, and this is towards the last phase of a butterfly. But then also we say a beautiful butterfly. Getting the point? So butterflies are gifted with this. Okay, and that process is, like she told, metamorphosis. That's why Facebook itself changed its name to Meta, to convey that impact of change. Okay, now that is not our point, guys. Okay, so in this transformation process, particularly, I want to focus on this cocoon to adult butterfly. Okay, this transformation process, you know what happens? The butterfly undergoes through a very, very painful process. Okay, very, very painful process when it tries to come out of its cocoon. No, okay. Now I told this fact. Okay, hey, it goes through a very painful process. Where did I told you? Now, next time when you see a butterfly struggling to come out of its cocoon, don't try to go and help it out. Let it go through that painful process. Correct? No? Are you getting the point what I'm telling? Why? Why am I making such a cruel statement?
It will not be strong enough if we don't give its own space.
Yes, exactly. That process has got an end outcome. Pain is there. Okay, the path is painful, but the result is fruitful. Okay, the wings of the butterfly gets the required enzymes at the tip of the wing only when it goes through this process. The bones get the strength to fly properly only when it goes through the process. If you try to help it out, no, it will die in minutes. It will not even take off. It will die in minutes. Okay.
It's just
So
like
the
a
first
premature baby born in the
baby,
7th.
exactly. Okay. So that's the point. Okay. Now the second interpretation, guys, this is one interpretation, metamorphosis. What is another interpretation you people can tell? Come on. That's very common. I thought you will tell that. Second one. Look at the image. It's a butterfly. Exactly. Okay, there is a movie itself by this name, guys. It's a proven fact. Okay. What is the second one? Butterfly effect. What is the speciality, this butterfly effect? It is a small change in some part of the project. A small change can have a magnificent impact on some other major subsystem. This is proven. An unusual fluttering of the wings of a butterfly can result in a tornado 1,000 years later. It's a proven thing. Not now, but 1,000 years later, it can result in a tornado. Unusual fluttering of the wings of a butterfly. Okay. And one more thing, I'm not sure people, have you seen a TV commercial which is for a chocolate? Okay, Gems. Gems is a chocolate. Okay. One person goes to a museum and he sees that some dinosaur or
Some
something is
architecture
being,
made by gems.
some architecture made by, you know that TV commercial, right?
He
Architecture
just picks
made
up
only
one of
with
them,
gems.
right?
What is that?
He just picks up
is
the bottommost and
Ah,
In the small
exactly,
spring and
exactly.
the whole
Yeah.
dinosaurs will fall or something.
So it falls. Okay, he picks up one gems. Okay, and then what happens? The entire dinosaur system collapses and it falls to the ground. What does that convey? He never would have thought, oh my God, I was so, what is it, I couldn't control my appetite, taste buds. Okay, so I picked up one, but the entire system collapsed. This is what happens in change also. No change is small, guys. Note it down. No change is small until and unless it is validated. Don't listen to what people are telling. People will tell, Vishak, it's a small change. I have a small question like that some people ask. Okay. When I ask them, what is the question? Can you explain the entire risk management again? Question is small only. Okay. But what about the answer? Okay. So no change is small. Okay. So the second thing is, remember this. Okay. So what is the interpretation, guys? So first thing, metamorphosis. What is interpretation? You know, don't modify the change management process. Let it be bureaucratic. Are you getting it? With respect to that pain I told, no, let butterfly undergo that pain. Just like that, change management process is bureaucratic. It takes time. It is very, very irritating. Let it be there. Point number one. Point number two, what was the connection to the this one butterfly effect? No changes to be accepted, however small it is, even if it doesn't cost you in the project, even if it doesn't delay your project. Are you getting two things I tell? Even if it doesn't cost you much, even if it doesn't delay your project, don't accept it. Until and unless it is validated by my own team members, not by the change initiator. Change initiator will tell, "Arey, super change, good change, go ahead," like that. But I want my team members to validate it. Is that clear, everyone? That's it. Okay. Now, next is, guys, I'll talk about the flow chart. But before that, no, I just want to tell you, who is that body who approves the changes, you know? It is the change control board. They are the governing body who will be approving the changes. Is that clear? So how, now you will have a question. See, one request I have, guys, the topics like change management, risk management and all, don't worry about who is doing it, please. Now you will ask me, who does the CCB comprise? I don't have a clear answer, to be honest. It may consist of technical people. It may consist of people from the management, senior management people. It may consist of people from the government bodies, regulatory bodies. It may consist of people from the client. So don't worry about the who. Just imagine there is a change control board there who approves or rejects the changes. Is that clear, everyone? Now let us get into the flow chart, guys. Please listen. This flow chart is very, very important. Okay. Before that, no, I want to talk about the causes of project changes. Are you guys with me, everyone? Please note down this slide number and don't turn off your videos, guys. Please, important. Okay. Causes of project changes. Okay. 4 reasons, guys. Can you see here? Reason number 1, 2, 3, 4. Note it down, guys. All the 4 are important. Okay. Causes of project changes. First, inaccurate initial estimate. Come on, tell me, guys, who comes up with this inaccurate initial estimate? Do you people know?
Project manager.
Project team.
Very correct. Very correct. Both of you guys told it very correctly. Project manager and the project team are the people who come with inaccurate initial estimate because they thought something can be done in 10 days. Something can be done in 15 days. But you know what? They couldn't complete it. Okay. They thought that it may take 15 days only, but they are taking 16 days or 17 days. Okay. So now what happens? Can they just continue it like that? 15 days thing taking 17 days? No. They have to let the change control board that the inaccurate initial requirements, initial estimate was wrong. They will get scoldings, sure. But they have to let the change control board know that. Because critical path may get affected, budget may get affected. Are you getting that feeling, everyone? That's it. Okay. Now, what else I can tell? The next one, specification changes. Tell me, guys, who comes up with specification changes? Come on.
The engineering team.
Specification changes, I would say you are right. Engineering team or product team. But in general, I would say in
market.
Product team, market. Okay. But I would say any well-wisher, because that is one place I want to tell anyone can suggest specification changes. Say, let's say someone from operations team, they can also suggest, no? See, Vishak, I know about a new configuration. Why don't we try that in our current project? Like that, he can also ask. Okay. So in general, note it down like any well-wisher can bring. Okay, guys? Specification changes. Now, for example, I will tell you guys, we are using laptop, no? Correct? Everyone is logging in from their laptop. Okay. So I would say there is in laptops, there is, if it is Windows, no, there is like i5 configuration, i7 configuration. If it is Mac, no, there is M1 configuration, M2 configuration, M3 configuration. So let's understand, guys. Okay, initially in our project, we have agreed for i5 and M1. But this well-wisher, no, who is actually a technology expert, he is coming to me and telling, Vishak, why are we still sticking to i5? Why are we still sticking to M1? I would say, no problem. We can upgrade to i7. Your idea is good. But you do one thing, you submit a change request, which is clarifying why the shift from i5 to i7 is needed. And also, what is the cost impact of the shift? What is the delay in the project, if any? Everything you put, if the benefits outweighs the drawback, the change control board will approve it. What did I say? The change control board will approve it. I don't know. Are you getting it, guys? That's what is this second thing, specification changes. Okay. Now the third one, new regulations. This I'm sure, guys, this is a good test. Okay. How many of you guys are listening carefully in the session like that? Okay. Plus, how many of you guys are going through my quiz videos? Okay. Tell me, guys, apart from the regulations, what are the favorite keywords I told you guys to remember?
Compliance.
Compliance, statutory,
Statutory bodies.
legal.
Guys, it's not compliance, it's compliance. Okay, compliance.
Yeah.
Okay.
Legal
Compliance.
standards.
Compliance. Okay. Compliance. Thirdly, standard. Next is legal.
Statutory bodies.
Statutory bodies. Okay. These are not in our control, guys. They decide something, we have to follow. We cannot tell, hey, I started the project in 2024. Now you are telling something like that we cannot tell. Okay, we have to follow. If you want your product to see light outside world, you have to incorporate. Okay. Now, regarding these 5 things, how they will affect our project, that also I have told you guys. How they will affect our project. I've given you the hint. 1, 2, 3. Tell me. Come on, guys. This also I told in the session, in the previous topic.
It would affect in the additional time required to complete the project or in the changes to the specifications or the outcome.
No.
Sourcing.
That all are your ideas. Okay. What I have
restrictions.
told you should tell, guys. Who has noted down?
Schedule.
Project will be obsolete because
Seriously?
there will be a legal consequences.
No. I will tell you guys. I think you are telling your perspective. I'm telling you, have you noted down during my session like that? Okay. Everything is right, but there is 3 consequences. Okay. 3 ways in which it can affect the regulation compliance. One is closure of the project. Now, do you remember? At least one person? No one remember?
Yes.
Yeah. He can give additional resources, closure of project, and one thing.
Closure, or we will remove a part of the project. We will remove like A, B, C, and if only B is getting affected by this regulation, we'll go ahead with A and C, but we will remove the B part of the project.
Update risk register.
Third one, correct. Who said that?
Myself, Suganya.
Risk register. Okay, that is correct. Okay, Suganya, I think that means I told in the session, I was really worried. Okay, if it is drastic change, it is closure. Are you connecting with me? If it is a drastic change, you don't have an option other than to close the project. If it is a manageable change, route it through change request. If it is something not alarming now, but alarming in the future, update it in the risk register. Are you getting that connect, guys, everyone? Hello, guys. This is important. Have you made a note of it and are you connecting it?
Yes.
Yes.
That's it.
What is
Okay.
CR?
What is that?
The second one, CR.
Change
CR is change request. We are in that topic only. Okay, change request. We'll get into that. Okay, CR means change request. Okay, the
Because
last one is risk register. Okay,
it becomes an issue, right? If there is a change it has happened.
what is that? Sorry, elaborate your question.
I'm saying it becomes an issue, right? Because the change has happened, the compliance has changed, or the regulation has changed, or something.
If you don't deal with it properly, if you don't revise your baselines, then it becomes an issue. That's what I'm telling. That's the purpose we are learning change request. Okay. See, you read today, you opened your newspaper. You read that there is a new law put forward by the government. So you cannot run away from that law. So what will you do today? You will make a change request mentioning that the government have made this law. This will add additional cost to our project, another $70. This will delay our project by 2 weeks. Like that, we'll put a change request. We can't do anything. I'm just passing on the information like that. Okay. So in companies, there are experts who will do it. Okay, Nikhil. There will be regulatory people, head of regulation and legal counsel. Like that, there are people. They will take care of all this.
Okay. I'm just saying that if we expect a change, then it is a risk. If the change has happened, then it is an issue. Am I correct in my assumption?
No, not correct. That's what change will not happen. We root it. Okay, that's what we are saying. I think what you are telling is issue. I think slight confusion is there. Hold on. Okay, it will get clarified. Okay. So what I'm telling is a change. This 5 keywords can affect our project in 3 different ways. Hope you have made a note of it. Everyone.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I'm clearing the screen, guys. Last one is Mr. Requirements. This comes from whom? Mr. Requirements comes from whom?
Uncertainty.
Maybe client or
Whom? Client.
Initiator.
Client initiator. Okay. Or senior leadership people. Okay. They will tell that, okay, initially I forgot to give you this requirement, but it's a small change. Hope you can manage it like that. Okay. Make sense, all of you?
This change due to uncertainty comes under new regulation or which?
What is that uncertainty? You have to elaborate.
Uncertainty
What is that
like
uncertainty?
like accidents, which we do not predict.
No. See, that is something force majeure clauses. No. So that is going through management reserve. Different. Okay. So for that, obviously you have to go through inaccurate initial estimates only, because I didn't think that COVID will happen. Now my supply chain got affected like that. Okay. But the clause will be unknown risk.
But I could not estimate the COVID, right? Nobody has. So
I couldn't anticipate that risk. Put it that way.
Okay.
So next time you cannot tell this excuse. This time you told. Next time when you do a project, you should not tell this excuse.
Okay.
Yeah. Can you move further? Next is change management flow chart. Okay, guys, I told about this flow chart. Now we'll start this. Okay, please listen. So here, guys, okay, like I would put 3 people's name here, okay, so that it will become more sensible, guys. Okay, see, let's see here. Okay, imagine I have got 3 people here. Okay, Michael is there. Okay, Nikhil is there. Okay, and Lena. Okay, these 3 people, they are speaking to me casually regarding a change which they want to be incorporated in the project. Is that clear? They are just talking to me over phone. What is that? Regarding a change which they want to be incorporated in the project. Okay. So you know my mentality in predictive, we don't entertain changes. I've told it multiple times. We are resistive to changes in predictive. So what I did, you know, I spoke nicely to these 3 people and I told, okay, good idea. I don't even listen to what they are telling. I just told, good idea. You submit a change request. Let's see. Like that, I told them. Because the things are not in my hand. It is decided by the change control group. Okay. So henceforth, these people are called as change initiators. And they will submit their request in a change request form. Okay, everyone? Now, their details, what was their name, what is the nature of the change request, everything will be logged in the change log. And then what happens, you know, this passes through a filter. Okay, the change request passes through a filter. That filter means what, you know, it is like an automated thing. Okay, so anything which is, let's say this Michael's change request is delaying the project by 20 days. Okay. Nikhil's change request as per him. Listen, both are as per them. Michael states that his change request may get delayed by 20 days. Nikhil says that his change request may delay the project by 3 days. Now, me and my team members, don't worry about who did it, guys. I'm telling you again, in change management process, don't worry about the people. So me and my team members are kept an algorithm in such a way that anything which is more than 10 days, reject. You got that logic? It's a logic which we have put. Anything which is more than 10 days, reject. So what will happen? The system to which this was submitted, okay, Michael's change request will get rejected. Only Nikhil's change request passes through the filter. Next level. Now you people will have a doubt. Oh my God, what if Michael is genuine? Maybe is genuine. But I want to eliminate maximum noise, maximum change request. So there is a clause. The change request will be rejected, but there will be a clause email which will go to him. The change request is rejected. If you're still serious about your changes, contact a very, very senior person's email ID will give. So if he's very serious, then only he will bother to escalate. If it is his whims and fancies, are you getting my language? If it is his whims and fancies, he will forget it. Oh, should I go to this guy? Let's chuck it. Let's chuck this idea like that. He will ignore it. Okay, that is my aim. My aim is not to entertain changes.
One
Okay.
question is, so as a team it goes, or just for a project manager does it go to the process flow chart?
What
If
is
the
it?
if the request goes, it goes for the whole team. What?
Request doesn't go. That's what I'm telling. Here it's a system, Ashish. That's what I'm telling. We have kept a logic, okay, in such a way that there are some drop-down options in the change request. Okay, anything which is more than 10 days, it should be rejected. That is a logic we have put. Okay, Ashish. So what is
Understood.
happening? What is happening? Our Michael's change request got rejected. Now Nikhil's change request got passed through this filter because this is only 3 days. Now the next question is, okay, this is very, very confusing. Please listen. Is the deliverable getting affected? What deliverable? Project deliverable. Is it getting affected like that? Okay. If the answer is no, this is very, very interesting, guys. You guys will have a contradiction. If the answer is no, then also we reject the change request. Aren't you finding a contradiction? Because you will tell me now, Vishak, if there is no effect in the deliverable, then why should we entertain the change? Sorry, what's wrong in entertaining the change request like that? My counter question to you people is, if there is no effect on the deliverable, then why should I entertain the change? Zero cost increase, zero schedule delay, then why should I entertain the change request? Are you getting the negation what I'm telling? So
There's no value
Yes.
add.
There is no value add. Don't tell me. Okay, it is zero cost, zero schedule, but zero value addition also. Why should I do it? If you have a strong justification, you tell like that. Okay. For this, what is example I want to tell? No, see, we didn't tell about Lena. Okay. You know what is the change request from Lena? She's telling that right now there is a button in our product. Okay. The color of the button is right now red in color. So this Lena is suggesting that, hey, I'm tired of seeing red color. Can we have green color button? Whether she is asking. What is the nature of change request? Did you hear? So just for a variety, can we change the color from red to green? So until and unless he cannot justify what is the benefit of changing the color from red to green, even if it doesn't cost me anything, even if it doesn't delay my project, the system will reject it. Why can't you do it? She is telling something which is so inexpensive. Why can't you do it like that? Don't ask me. We will not do it. Okay. That's it. Now there is a reason why we will not do it. Okay. That is not part of the course. I'm just telling you. Can you tell me what could be the reason why we would prefer not to do it? That is none of our business, but still.
Cost
Did you
and
get my
time
question?
will get involved. Acceptance
No.
criteria.
No. Nothing related to project management. I think you didn't get my question clearly. There is a reason why this is preferred over this.
Red wavelength danger.
No,
That's
I
it.
think a green is little agreeable, gives a positive sign than the red color.
Yeah. But why it is like that?
Wavelength
Have
of red
someone
is the
That is what. Okay. See what Nikhil telling is a valid point. See, no one have told that green is an acceptable color, like an agreeable color. Okay. It is because of the fact what Nikhil said. Okay. Coincidentally, it has got a higher wavelength. Okay. So people have a, when you see from far itself, it is easily catchable. For anyone who is looking at a presentation, they may not identify the green color, but they cannot miss the red color. Okay. That's it. But that is not grabbing more attention. Okay, that's not our concern. That's it. Clear, everyone? Now what happens, guys? The funnel, the file is right now here. Okay. So these two are a system generated. Are you getting? Our aim is to maximum eliminate changes. Okay. If 1000 change requests comes with this system itself, it will come down to 200. 1, 2. Now what is that? The impact statement. To be prepared by whom, my own team, which consists of subject matter experts. Okay. Yeah, my own team, which consists of the subject matter expert. Okay. So what they will do, they will not just look at the original change request from this Michael and Nikhil. Okay. They will do their own 360-degree analysis. Okay. They will review what is the effect of this change request on the cost, on the schedule, on the scope, on the quality. Is there a risk factor increasing? Everything. So please note it down, a 360-degree feedback analysis. I mean, a 360-degree, not feedback, that is different. The 360-degree research will be done by the team. Is that clear, everyone? Based on that, a report will go to the change control board. Okay, everyone? Based on that, the team will submit a report or an impact statement to the CCB. Now, who does the CCB comprise? I told, no, senior management people, maybe client representatives, maybe government representatives, maybe people from regulatory background. They all are there. Okay, so they will look at the report, which is prepared by the team, along with the original change request submitted by these two people. These two people will not come because Michael's is gone. Now only Nikhil's is there. Okay, submitted by Nikhil, and they will either approve it or reject it. Now, at this stage, if the rejection happens, there will be a good feedback which goes on what grounds it was rejected. But otherwise, in this stages, if it gets rejected, they don't even care. Rejected, that's it. Are you getting that respect? Because that person have crossed this many hurdles, his change request. So you will get a good ground, good feedback on what grounds the change request has been rejected. Okay. Now, if it is approved, okay, guys, let's talk here. I told about rejection. What if it is approved? Then the project manager have got two tasks. Okay. One is to communicate the change. Okay, because right now this is 3 days of increase. So the 3 days of increase have to be communicated to the remaining stakeholders. Okay. Otherwise, how will they know? Because now the critical path gets rewired, float calculations get rewired, correct? So you have to communicate. Important. Second thing is baseline or rebalancing. Baseline. Because what is a critical path is getting affected. Initially, the project was supposed to complete in 40 days. Now it will take 43 days. Clear? Okay. Any questions, guys?
Yeah, Vishak, I have two questions. One is the project could be of any duration. It could be 1 month, 3 months, or 1 year project. But still, we are keeping the standard time as 10 days. Shouldn't it be relative? That is.
It is relative. My example was like that. It was obviously relative. Okay, these all are not decided by us. I mean, it's not PMI is deciding 10 days and all. I just told an example. It can be 1 day. It can be 6 months. It's fine.
Okay.
Relative.
And the second question is, sometimes whenever the change request comes, is there any kind of deadline before, in the sense, in the duration of the project or the length of the project, that any such changes are acceptable or should not be acceptable? So, because sometimes we are kind of late to that making any of those changes because they are already completed. That part is already completed.
Yeah, there is no deadline as far as I understand. Okay. One request, guys. Like I told you yesterday, I need a 2 minutes of break, guys. Okay, I will just switch to a different network and I will continue. Okay, guys. You can continue discussing in the meantime. Maybe Prabhu have asked a question.
To the
What do
point
you
that
guys
was
think?
just raised, oftentimes.
1 minute. 1 minute.
sorry.
Just give me 2 minutes. Okay, I will go on mute. Okay, just give me 2 minutes.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, you can continue. Yeah.
I was going to say that oftentimes, to the last comment, you have these windows in projects where you can submit such change requests, because whatever the body is who approves them, they have cadence of, let's say, once a week or once every 2 weeks where they entertain change requests or review change requests. So that's the limitation. Like, you can't just bring them up ad hoc and say, here, take a look at this, let me know by the end of the day. There's generally a cadence and a process that's followed to submit such CR.
Yeah.
I think Prabhu, like what you asked, right? I think it's a very kind of a valid one. There should be a cutoff timeline, especially on predictive projects, when there's a definite outcome that we are looking at in a predictive project. And once
More
again,
predictive by classical definition, it's already pre-planned that very little change requests can be done.
Yes, if it goes through a change request, if there's a cutoff on the project timeline that anything given after this, we are nearly at the finish, and
You
it's
can have a
just
change request come by way of a user acceptance test, right? Or a system integration test. So it's almost ideally you want to have a threshold by when they can stop submitting such change requests generally, but sometimes you can go through SIT or UAT and come across things that were not previously thought of that would
yes. So
drive
that
the
is
change
something like Stanley in a hybrid or in an agile, right? I'm just
Yeah.
referring to Prabhu's question in the light of a predictive project, where there's hard-coded outcome that's there, like a construction project or anything like that, which is very hard-coded, and it is predictive in nature, 100% predictive. It's just once again my thought that, having a certain timeline after this, changes cannot be entertained, but there's nothing that can be written on stone, is what I think, Prabhu. While the change can change, they will accept it as per norm. Once again, I'm just sharing my thoughts. Team, I'm just sharing my thoughts, because change we'll have to be very adaptable to accept change, because we do not know how effective these changes are. But change, even though they're accepted, I think the approval will become much more stringent, and the review would become much more stringent as we come closer to the closure of the project in predictives. Is what, whereas in agile and all, we can always move it into the backlog as new additional features or something like that.
Yeah.
Just sharing a thought, Prabhu, in light of
No,
what you asked.
No, thanks for sharing your thoughts. Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, I'll just give you an example that actually it's in last 24 hours or last 48 hours. So we are in the verge of making some pages live, some master templates. So that will be used for recreating and creating multiple pages. That I'm from the digital marketing side. So those templates have been approved internally based on the initial requirements, and it is ready to go live.
Hello. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's all that we need is the final approval from the stakeholder. So now suddenly one of the team members from the initiators has come back with some changes to the form fields. So it's not that we cannot do it, but what has happened is in the past, there has been some standardization in what all form fields, and that will go in the global basis. So what should I do now? And like what I did was I just went back
Now,
to
guys, I'm back. Okay. Yeah.
Yes,
You can
Vishaka, we
continue.
are just
Yeah.
discussing a case, live case that Prabhu is sharing with us.
Okay.
Just
Yeah.
tickling our brains. Yes, Prabhu.
Okay. Continue.
Yeah. So what I did was I went back to the main person or the initiator, one of the core team members who's authorized in terms of making decisions, telling that, okay, this is what we had agreed that it's going to be standardized across the on the global basis. but your team member has come back with these changes. Why do you need it? Is there any valid reason? If so, then we need more time to make those changes, and otherwise the pages are ready for it to go live, and you can start submitting more requests for cloning.
AC vendor, sir.
So that's the case actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
Vishak,
Okay.
just one
Go ahead.
clarification. There could be a loop from the PM review to the go back to the deliverable affected stage. Because once after the review, we may decide that again the some affect it could have after the stakeholder review. There could be an impact. So the impact has to be you cannot proceed with the change with an impact. So should be again looped back to the deliverables diamond box.
No, not needed. That is what, no, that is already taken care by the impact statement preparation stage. They are actually subject matter experts. Okay. They would have understood. See, there will be always compromises in life. There is no doubt in that. But is that compromises leading to a better thing? Okay, pros and cons. Okay. So there is nothing wrong. Okay. So the prepare impact statement is just a one-liner, but it's a beautiful thing. You know, it's a 360-degree impact analysis. Okay. They will
so
check
it's
everything.
like
Outweigh
this
outweighs
review
this,
is
that,
purely
that, there will be clear descriptions. Yeah.
so this this review is purely only a matter of discussion. It's not like a rejection also.
Preparing impact statement. Yeah. Finally, the rejection is decided by whom? You see here, the change control board. At this diamond icon only, the rejection is decided. Yes or no, like that.
Okay,
everyone.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's it, guys. I just want to tell you the PMP, it tests you on people, process, and business environment. You know that, right? So in that, the process topic, one important topic is risk management. The another important topic is change management. So please be careful. You will expect at least 8 questions. In my quiz videos also, if people who have gone through my videos, you would have noticed. So this slide is very, very important. And this slide is also very, very important. Okay. That's it, guys. Let's move on further. Next one. Now, that's it, guys. Change management. Okay. With your permission, I'm moving to the new topic. The new topic, it is called as managing project issues. But I have only one single slide, which is important here. Okay, I'll focus on that. That single slide is the difference between risk and issues. Okay. Please, even after I tell multiple times, people make mistake. So I want you guys to pay attention here. Risk is something, okay, which is focusing on the future. Okay, can you see here? Risk is something which focuses on the future. Point number 1. Point number 2, risk can be positive or negative. You people know that, right? Positive risk responses also we studied. Negative risk responses also we studied. So the point is risk can be positive as well as negative. Okay. The third thing is risk is documented in the risk register. Okay. Fourth thing, the way we write down the actions for the risk, it is called as risk response. Okay. And it can be, different response mechanisms we studied, correct, no? And also one more thing, guys, do you remember what are all the keywords I told you have to remember for risk? Keywords for the PMP.
Compliance.
Likely, maybe.
No, may, not that. Yeah, exactly. May, might, likely.
likely.
Yeah, may, might, likely, probably. See, many people still have a confusion. Whenever they see the statement, English word will, they will call it as risk. In the future, no, Vishak, like that they will tell. No, even if it is will, it is in the future, I agree. But if it is a sure shot event, it is not a risk. You got my point? If it is a sure shot event, it is not a risk. Only when there is an element of uncertainty, then there is a risk. Okay. Now, what about issues? Issues is something which has already happened. Okay. Issues are present. Issues will always be negative. There is nothing like good issue, bad issue. Something has happened. Okay. It's going to affect my project, either the scope or the cost or the schedule. And the issues are documented in the issue log. Please understand, guys, the name of the documents is also important. Risk is in risk register, issue is in issue log. And the way we respond to a risk is called, issue is called as workaround. Okay. Now, some of you guys will tell me workaround is temporary, right? Like that. Okay. That is your feeling. Okay. Workaround means You fixing something. That's it. Some problem happened, some issue happened, you are fixing it. Okay, some issue happened, you're fixing it. That is what is a workaround. Don't think it as a temporary fix. Clear, everyone? So please remember, still you people will make mistakes in the quiz section. Okay, I don't want it. Okay.
Vishak,
Any other question? Yeah.
there was also that we discussed like risk is basically unknown risk sometime.
No, actually, that's a good question you have asked. Okay. See, the word risk alone has got two interpretations. Okay. It can be non-risk or unknown risk. Okay. Non-risk, we are already done. We capture that in the risk register. I know this may happen. Have you heard people telling? I know this may happen, so I'm prepared. What is that? That is what is non-risk. Oh my God, this was unprecedented. What will I do? Like that, when you think, that is unknown risk. That's it. For non-risk, we pull money from the contingency reserve. For unknown risk, we pull from the management reserve. That's it.
So can we say issues could be unknown risks?
Issues are unknown risk. No need of could be. You are right. Issues are unknown risk.
Or issue
Okay.
can be a subset of risk.
No. How, if I can learn more about it, how issue will be a subset of risk?
If issues are small enough that they get a turnaround or we can work around them, then it's a negative issue. But if it becomes that it is impacting our project line, then maybe it becomes a risk. For example,
That's
the vendor is
No,
not.
no, Ashish, hold on. There's a problem there. That's what I'm telling you. No. How will issue become a risk? It will never. See, risk is something which has still not happened. Okay. That is our problem. Our English language problem. Risk is still something which has not happened. There is only a chance. Now you're telling issue has already happened. So it will never become a risk. Only risk if you are uncaring it. If you're not caring it, it will become an issue. Issue will never become a risk.
Okay, so risk is a subset of issue, then maybe we can say.
No, don't get into the word subset. Risk, if uncared, unattended, then it becomes an issue. Simple. It's not about subset or something. It's about transformation.
Okay.
Yeah. With the other.
Risk cannot be vanished. Risk can be mitigated, but issues can be vanished or removed.
No. Don't tell mitigation. Okay. Mitigation, I know it is a very common word in corporate world, but mitigation is only one of the risk response mechanisms. Okay. So you should tell next time onwards, risk, we write response for the risk. Okay. Issues, we work around. Okay. So stick to the keywords what I've told. No, risk, we respond. Issues, we work around. Because it has happened. Clear, everyone? Anything else? Okay. So we'll move on, guys, further with your permission. Now that is done. Now the next one, guys, did you see the title of the slide? It is knowledge transfer for project continuity. Okay. So knowledge transfer means what? First of all, we should understand what are the different types of knowledge. Okay. So there is something called as explicit knowledge and tacit knowledge. Okay. Explicit knowledge means what, anything which you can put into words, numbers, pictures, which you can document and share with others. That's what we call as explicit. What is that? Which you can put in a framework. Okay. So, you guys, some of you guys have done your MBA. Some of you guys are graduate in engineering, finance, like that. And all these courses, it got a proper structure, a semester-wise subjects are there. And whenever you join the new semester, the administration team will tell these are the subjects for the upcoming semester. And these are the books you have to refer, like that. So what I want to tell you, it's a very organized curriculum, including the PMP. PMP is an organized curriculum. Okay. Now, one thing I want to tell is, I'm telling that PMP, MBA, or graduation, all these are easy. Why it is easy? Because if you are ready to hard work, you just have to go through a particular path. Anyone can clear PMP. Anyone can get first rank in MBA. Correct, no? But what is the right side telling? The right side is telling tacit knowledge. Tacit knowledge is something which is very difficult to articulate, difficult to share. It is usually someone's experience, belief, and insights. Have you heard people telling gray hair matters? That is the reason, okay? Because tacit knowledge is something which you gain over a period of life. That is why now also, honestly speaking, if you give me a chance to choose between two profiles, okay, I will choose one profile which is having, let's say, 20 years of experience in construction, rather than someone telling, I have 5 years of experience in construction and I am PMP certified. I have an MBA in construction management. I would not prefer that profile. I would prefer the first profile, because that person have got more tacit knowledge. You're getting? He can solve a real life problem in a better way than the other person. It's not that he's selfish, he cannot share it. But the thing is, we cannot share it. Are you getting that feeling? How much we will share? Experiences. So, but there are some ways, okay, I will tell you. Some companies, they have got a program called as shadow program. Okay. If the senior management people are quitting from the top management, okay, they put the new generation people in a shadow program. What happens in a shadow program? For a period of 1 month or 2 months, the new person will be shadowing the retiring person in all emails, in all meetings. Okay. So that is one way in which you can gain tacit knowledge. Another way in which you can gain tacit knowledge is, do you know, companies have this rotational program. How many of you guys have? I'm not sure. Rotational program, what happens? No, you will be in the first 1 year after your graduation. If you join from a top B school, what happens? No, they will put you in a rotational program. Okay. So in a 1 year, you will be working in different departments for a period of 3 months, 3 months, 3 months later. That's what we call as a rotational program. So shadow learning as well as rotational program. These are the two ways in which you can gain maximum tacit knowledge. Any questions on this, guys? Very clear?
Can we say like this, Richard? Explicit is something that is definite, and the tacit could be something that's random.
Random. It doesn't have a curriculum. It doesn't have a structure. It doesn't have a boundary. We are not going for learning tacit knowledge with an expectation. It comes naturally. Okay.
Yeah, in fact, there is a lot of debate going on the hottest topic of these times, artificial intelligence, right? So they have a lot of explicit knowledge because they are able to read and comprehend all those documents. But tacit knowledge, for example, if you ask a question that old man glasses are broken, probably an AI machine may not be able to understand that we are talking about an old person and his eyeglasses. So that is tacit knowledge because all of us have it, but it's very difficult to pass on the same to a machine.
It's like,
And that's
it's a
the biggest
feeling of
debate.
like you had to be there.
Correct.
Tacit is like a feeling you had to be there to experience it. You can read about it in the book, which is explicit, right? It's documented in words and numbers and pictures. But tacit is you had to be there to experience it, and to feel it, and to believe it.
Exactly. Okay. It's something which you have to experience. Otherwise, it is very difficult. MBA B schools, they say case study and all. But okay, I too have a case study. I told no, we will discuss it. Okay. But that experience is a different thing. Case studies, if you read it and come, it is good. Okay. But more than that, you have to experience it. Okay. Very, very fun. Okay. Let's move further, guys. Okay. Next is another. See, why are we learning about this tacit knowledge, explicit knowledge and all? Because lessons learned. Okay. See, one thing I want to tell you, the whole PMP curriculum, which you see here, is an outcome of lessons learned submitted by thousands of project managers all the way from 1980. I think it's almost 40 years since PMP certification has been introduced. Okay. So from that time onwards, 1980 onwards, the PMI has been collecting lessons learned from thousands of project managers. And all those lessons learned, it has been organized in a structured manner. That's how we have this PMBOK curriculum. Now, in that PMBOK curriculum, if you look at what I'm doing, I'm skipping through some slides. I'm focusing on some slides more. And I'm asking you people to share your experience. Why? Because I believe that lessons learned is there, but at the same time, from that lessons learned, how we can maximum gain tacit knowledge. Share your experiences. Why I tell? Because tacit knowledge is sometimes when I go every single slide, what you gain is the tacit knowledge. I don't want that. Okay, I want you people to gain Sorry, what I told is wrong. If I go every slide, then it is explicit knowledge. But I want you people to gain maximum tacit knowledge. That's why I skip some slides and I focus on the important slide. Clear? Lessons learned is over. And what is? It's a good news, guys. We are done with our lesson 2 officially. Any questions you guys have at this moment?
Relation between the log and the register, both are the same or?
Both are the same. Okay, Ganesh, good question. Okay, but usually we say risk register.
Yes.
And issue log, change log. Why? Because register is something which is towards the future. You are capturing it somewhere. But log means something has happened. Like that a field is there. Okay. People usually don't tell. Okay. Issue the register and all. Okay. Yeah. It is risk register and issue log. That's it.
So if there is a regulatory change, as we were discussing, so if there is a regulatory change, it has happened. Now you would add that to the issue log, right? Because it has happened.
Yeah, correct. It has happened.
And if there is a likely that regulations might change, then it is a risk, right? That would come in the risk register.
Yes, today we are in 2025. Okay, some new regulation may come into effect in 2027. May come into effect. That is a risk.
Vishak, I have one question on change management process flowchart, wherein some well-wisher has suggested us for I7 instead of I5 with whatever benefits. So there were 3 3 change requests submitted by 3 people, or it would be like one request will be shared for I7. I mean, I'm a little confused on that. Why 3 people will submit the request? Can you please help me understand?
No. That was 3 different change requests. No, if you remember, one person's change request was, which as per him, they delay the project by 20 days. Another person's change request was, it will delay the project by 3 days. The third person's change request was, change the color from red to green. So both are 3 different types of change requests.
Okay, so it was not with respect to, changing it for I7. It was different scenario for 3 change requests is what you were saying?
Yeah. Okay. Try to go through the recording. That is in specification requirements is over. This I was telling for the flow chart actually, the 3 people's name.
Okay, sorry.
Vishak, going back to Nikhil's question, right? Where he mentioned that if there is a regulatory change, which is if there is a regulatory change which has relevance to our project, without it becoming an issue, we will not log it in the issue. We will put it in the risk and we will evaluate the risk and we'll think of a response plan for it.
Correct, exactly.
But immediately as such, when the change in regulation comes, we will not put it into the issue log until and unless it becomes an issue impacting our project, right?
See, it depends. See, it is a very psychological question you have asked. Are you getting panicked by that new regulation? If yes, we should put that in the issue log. It's emotional.
No, but there is no issue, right? Issue
That's
is
what I
definite.
asked. No, what do you feel? Are you panicked? Oh my God, this change is good. See, imagine now I'm traveling. Okay, there is a change in the route. When I checked the map, it is telling that it will take another 45 minutes. Then will I just raise a change request or will I parallelly capture that in the issue log also? Both.
That is more definitive, right? Now my map is saying that I will be delayed by 45 minutes. So that is an issue. Right?
Correct.
So
But it also calls for a change request, no?
No, it does. But what I mean to say is that now Nikhil's question was, do we capture it under issue log or do we capture it under risk register, right?
Issue log, definitely, because it has happened. I cannot go with the original
regulation route. in the case of a regulatory regulations that has been passed, which will impact or not impact my project. A regulation has been passed which is of relevance to my project.
All right.
But it has not negatively impacted my project as yet.
Yes.
Then it will go into the risk. If it has negatively impacted my project, then it will go to the issue log.
Correct. Exactly. Yeah. Okay. It's about if we feel that nothing is alarming at this moment, but let's anyway double check it, cross check it. In that case, it is risk. Correct.
Okay. Just wanted. Thank you.
What else?
Vishak,
Hi, Vishak. I have a question.
Yeah.
Yeah, the question is with respect to the change management aspect and the model which you had showed. In other, like I'm a HR practitioner, so we are concerned with basically the Levin's change model and Kotler's 8-step model. So what the model which we have seen here and the other models which I spoke, so is there any coherence between the steps, or for project management, this is like completely different from the organizational change perspective? Hello?
I think we lost Vishak.
I think some connectivity issue.
Yeah.
Kunal, is yours question specific to some HR models?
Yeah, it is not specific in the sense that it speaks about any changes within, like, if you want to change, execute any change in an organization, the necessity is that you firstly make the people understand the change. So unfreeze, execute the change and refreeze. Or you have a system or Kotler's 8-step model wherein you explain the necessity of what is the change which is required.
The kind of an approach that you would want to take for implementing change is what? Which approach is better is what you're asking. Is that so?
Yeah, but whatsoever approach has been taught or has been suggested
Hmm.
here in PMP, it doesn't speaks about information to the stakeholders initially. We are not explaining anything to them.
Mhm.
We understand
Communication.
as a manager or as the project lead, I understand the necessity of a change and just I would, but there's no necessity which has been, the sense of necessity has not been percolated amongst rest of the people, the rest of the stakeholders who are there going to help me, my complete team. They don't understand that necessity. That's what.
But that
So
thing,
these
but what
things-
you are asking is two different scenarios, no, Kunal. Now, what he has explained to us is a specific change that is coming through. If somebody wants to suggest a change, bring a change from
In what?
in whichever direction for that specific project in context, then come through the change control, change management system, laid down process.
Change as in scope?
Let it be the change in scope or whatever it is, when it
No.
pertains to that
I don't think
project.
so, Ratnashri, it will work that way. Dekho, change in scope, I can agree. What you are saying is okay. But if it has to with other aspects, then I don't think so it will work.
Anything now, my understanding of
Because I
change
also have put in
process
about
flow.
21 years of experience and it doesn't
Mhm.
work that way. That I can guarantee.
Uh-huh. No, I'm just relating to the one that he explained to now, Kunal. I'm not talking about the other scenarios that we would have faced in our work, right? In our professional lives. I am saying in the one that he has specifically explained to us now, it's a change process flow that is generally adopted to initiate any change, and what are the various steps that a change will go through in a project is what he explained to us. Now, the scenario, whatever you've given two approaches, right? Those is
Yeah, hello.
primarily were involved in a larger group.
Not sure what happened.
which is-
Okay, so internet got
we
disconnected. Yeah.
we are just trying to understand
I
Kunal's question. Now you can help. Sam.
Yeah. Sorry.
You know, the question was what kind of parallel equation or equilibrium we can discuss or we can draw with the Levin's change model or the Kotler's change model, which is more spoken of in organization theory perspective, with the kind of the change model.
Yeah. So if you hear what I said, okay, first of all, I don't know what is the first one. I still didn't understand. 11. Type it in the chat. Actually, I'm not familiar of it. Okay, maybe you have to draw the parallels. Okay, in the light of this, maybe tomorrow when you come, no, you have to tell what is that new thing which is there. Okay, how is it different? Something like that. But I'm not sure of that. These two.
Okay, no.
Yeah. First one you type in the chat. I am still not clear with the name. Kotler's I have heard. Kotler's theory.
Kurt Lewin.
Oh, third line. Okay. Third level. Okay. The other one is second one you told.
Kotler.
That I've heard. Yeah. Kotler's model I've heard. Not sure. Okay, maybe you have to explore. Okay, how is it? Okay, this is the PMI framework. That's all I know. Okay. Yeah. Anything else, guys? I think time is up. People have started dropping. I've launched the poll, guys, on behalf of the institute. And only one thing I have to tell before I wrap up every day: please plan your day judiciously. Please put your efforts. If you have some other priorities in life, try to park that away and try to go through my sheet videos. It is very, very important. This week is crucial. Okay, when you come for the exam prep, I want you guys to be very, very confident. Okay, that is the reason I'm telling you. I'm not postponing my classes. Okay, whatever date which we stick, we need to honor that. Okay, let's schedule the exam as early as possible. If you need any help regarding the voucher or something, let me know tomorrow. Okay, or raise a request to the Star Agile people, call them up, put a message in the group. Okay, try to chase them maximum possible. Okay, so that you get the vouchers ready. Okay. Anything else, anyone? All good?
Thank you. Yes, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, guys. Okay, see you tomorrow.
Thank you, Vishal.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you. Thanks.
Thanks, everyone. Bye bye.